It turns all of a sudden. I was even making wudu for Salat al-Dhuhr and coming, and it was just a little dark out there. By the time I came out, it was just like, subhanallah, raining dogs and cats, or cats and dogs, as they say. And then it continues. And then when you watch the radar on the weather, when the storm is coming, you know it's approaching, it's coming. It's now coming from west, approaching Panama City, and then it's going to probably leave. What if it doesn't leave? We watch the news and we see that a couple of homes, mobile homes, they flipped over, and 2 people in Louisiana, I believe, they passed away, a mother and her child. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take care of them. But subhanallah, what gives me, as somebody in my house, a guarantee that I'm safe. So, talking about the Quran, there is a surah, an entire surah by the name of Al-Ra'd, the thunder. So, subhanallah, if we when we read over the surah, what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying in there? Is it there to just mention some scientific facts about it? The surah begins, Alif Lam Mim Ra, Tilka Ayatul Kitab. These are the signs of the miracles of the book. وَالَّذِي أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ هُوَ الْحَقِّ. What has been given to you from your Lord is the haqq, is the truth. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. But most of the people do not believe. The surah will continue to prove or give evidence for that fact, that Allah sends to you the haqq, and here is the evidences. It will move from the sky to the earth, to the plants, to the ra'd and thunder, and it will mention in the beginning the different kinds of plants with different taste. وَمُخْتَلِفًا أُكُلُهُ أَلْوَانُهُ يُسْقَى بِمَاءٍ وَاحِدٍ, same water but different colors and different taste. And then it moves on to the sign that we all saw today, وَالرَّعْدُ وَالْبَرْقُ وَالْمَطَرُ وَيُرْسِلُ الصَّوَاعِقَ فَيُصِيبُ بِهَا مَن يَشَاءُ. The lightning, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He sends الصَّاعِقَة هي الرَّعْد أو البرق يعني إذا لمس الأرض. It is the lightning when it touches the ground, and we see that. We see some, subhanAllah, some trees are being split into 2. Maybe houses, maybe mountains. We see holes. This is sa'iqa. When it touches down, this is when, it becomes very deadly and very massive. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is basically telling us, just all you need to do is look around to know that what has been revealed to you from your Lord is haqq. To know it's haqq, to know that you are in the grip of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To know that if it continues just for a few more hours, raining in the same rate, maybe not even hours, maybe 1 hour, you will be all drowned. And subhanAllah, we look around us. I just chose the ayat from Surah Al-A'raf. أَوَلَمْ يَنْظُرُوا فِي مَلَكُوتِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Don't they see? He said in the other ayah, قُلْ يَنْظُرُوا. Allah give us the nazar and the basar to look and to see and to analyze and to reflect and to believe at the end. Not just look and pass by. Because when you see the storm, I saw it like everybody else, and I saw it once in the Gulf. It was much more scary. You know that you are in the grip of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you see the wind blowing, the lightning, the thunder, and then the waves, and it becomes totally scary. It was a day just like that, with all the sun and flat and everything is beautiful, and then it just comes, you see it coming. That's why Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, even though he is the Prophet of Allah, he said, when he sees the thunder and the rain and everything, he would come out and get in and make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and people around him would ask him, what's wrong? He would say, what gives me the guarantee? It could be like the sa'iqa that came, or the punishment that came to Ad and Thamud. So what gives us a guarantee? It happened also to me at my house maybe a couple of years ago. The flood was almost got into, subhanAllah, I was helpless. I even called the 911, they never came. Just helpless. I saw the water coming from this and rising like almost half a meter, 2 or 3 feet, and khalas, what else could I do? We are completely helpless if we compare ourselves to some of the creation of Allah. But we need to look and learn from those things around us. If there is a surah by the name of Ar-Ra'd, there is something to reflect. وَيُسَبِّحُ الرَّعْدُ بِحَمْدِ. One of the makhluqat, one of the creatures of Allah that makes tasbih to Allah. And then it's a way for us to learn. Do you know, does anybody know, maybe many of you know, how does this electricity come? Who discovered it and how does it come? How was it discovered? Benjamin Franklin in the 1700s. little over 2 centuries ago. This is where he was inspired. This is where he was inspired by he said there's something going on. What is that? This is kind of electricity and power, and he had to get his kite. He sent his kite up to the sky, up to the clouds, and so that was one side, and the other end is in the ground. We know the ground is minus, and the positive is up there. And when the lightning came, this is how he got inspired, and this is the first spark of the idea of electricity, and later on, we have electricity. So we're inspired by the creation of Allah Azza wa Jalla in everything around us. A couple of more religious things to conclude by. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Thintani, two occasions that dua will never be rejected at. One of them is عند نزول المطر, when rain is coming down, is falling, you make dua, it's gonna be accepted. Who knows the second? عند النداء, عند الأذان, right at the time of adhan. At the time of adhan, dua is also accepted. There are other occasions, but عند المطر, you know that this is a special chance. Yeah, it sounds good and it looks good and everything, but make dua, man, it's good. Know that الرعد يسبح الرعد بحمده. He used to say, سبحان من يسبح الرعد بحمده والملائكة من خيفته. Glorified is the one that Ra'd, that thunder is glorifying him, and angels are also glorifying him out of fearing him. جزاكم الله خيرا. نسأل الله عز وجل أن يعطينا. سبحان من يسبح الرعد بحمده والملائكة من خيفته. هذا هو الدعاء.